Meeting, the committee meetings, and those of you who may be watching online, we're ready to begin. We have quite a few things to do this evening and do not wish to belabor and or hold up the time. We have two committee meetings, our Finance Committee and then our Planning and Public Works, and so we're going to begin with our Finance Committee meeting where I am the chair and all members of council are part of this committee. Item 1, approval of minutes of the December. Okay, properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. Item
2A through C.
Second. All right. Item 2A through C, resolutions. Oceanside Football Team Championship Resolution, Academic Magnet High School Girls Tennis Team, and resolution in the memory of Carolyn Singleton. Properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it.
Vote for approval.
We will suspend our Finance Committee meeting at this time and move right on into our County Council meeting just temporarily. And at this time, I'm going to ask Chaplain Roy Gould. Is he here already? He's not here yet, and so we're going to ask Mr. Kabrowski. He has a prayer and a commemoration for Hanukkah that he wishes to do, and then we're going to have the pledge by Major Dorothy Harris from the Sheriff's Office, Class 3 of Emerging Leaders. Mr. Kabrowski.
Well, thank you. Tonight is the fifth night of Hanukkah, and I wanted to light the Hanukkah candles, and as fate would have it, my matchbox is empty, so if anybody has any matches, I didn't open it before this.
I don't smoke. I don't have a light.
We'll come back to that later. Thank you. Colin, you want to do the prayer? I'll just come back to this later.
God, we thank you, we praise you, we bless your holy name, and we ask that you be with us tonight in this county council meeting. We ask, God, that you bless each of our council members, our administrator, our clerk, our attorney, our auditor, and all of those employees, those staff persons who diligently work in Charleston County government. We thank you, God, for the citizens who are engaged and who participate in their civic duty. And we praise you right now for just the greater purposes of Charleston County so that we might preserve the livability of every citizen that inhabits this county. We ask you now to bless those who are on the front lines, our first responders, the ones who are in harm's way, those who every day put themselves in the line of fire so that they can protect our liberties and our freedoms. We ask that you look upon those who are even involved in international conflict, and we ask, God, that you protect our soldiers and troops everywhere they are. And then, God, for the gridlock that occurred even today in Mount Pleasant, whatever the situation was, we just pray that you will help us to relieve such situations as it relates to traffic and our infrastructure in the future. And then, God, we just praise your holy name in this glorious season of Hanukkah, Christmas, Kwanzaa, and all of the New Year's blessings that will come our way. We ask that you bless us all. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Freedom of Information Act.
In compliance with the Freedom of Information Act, notice of meetings was posted and agendas were distributed to news media and persons requesting notification.
Item 2, minutes of the December 9th meeting, properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. Item 3.
Committee recommendation.
All right. Item 3A, B, and C.
Yes, sir.
All those in favor, that was moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
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 Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. At this time, we are going to have 3A, the resolution, Oceanside Football Team Championship
They're
Resolution.
on the way. They're stuck in traffic, so I told them they can catch up when they get here.
All right, we're going to go to 3B, the Academic Magnet High School Girls Tennis Team Championship, the resolution. Mr. Werriman will present that to them, and Coach Borst and team, are you here? Yes. All right, come on down.
A resolution of Charleston County Council honoring the accomplishments of the Academic Magnet High School girls tennis team. Whereas from time to time, Charleston County Council has the privilege of recognizing individuals in this community who exemplify commitment, determination, dedication, and excellence. Whereas the 2025-2026 Academic Magnet High School girls tennis team has exhibited all of these characteristics and an exceptional tennis team winning the South Carolina High School League Division II championship for the second consecutive year. And whereas the team of champions is comprised of Leah Bagg, Victoria Cannabis, Elizabeth Dargan, Addie DeFord, Sophia Easterbrook, Archer Fanning, Finley Frinkle, Emma Mayers, Karma Farm, and Maggie Schwartz. And whereas the Stellars team's coaching staff are varsity head coach Mark Borst and assistant coaches Glenn Cobb and Michael Grass, alongside the dedicated support of the athletic director Raymond Nair. And whereas the Raptors finished their regular season with 18 dominant wins and an astounding postseason performance, not dropping a single set in the 4 matches played. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Charleston County Council, in meeting duly assembled, is proud to congratulate the girls' tennis team of Academic Magnet High School for their spectacular season and for bringing the honor of the Division II state championship to Charleston County. Charleston County Council, Reverend Dr. Kylon Jerome Middleton, Chairman.
I am very proud to present this to you and to the team here. Like I said, we get the occasion to honor folks who are bringing a lot of great attention to the community and to celebrate y'all's accomplishments academically and obviously athletically. You got 2 straight years, got a little dynasty going there. So we just wanted to bring y'all here to celebrate that, to let you know how proud of you we are. And with that, I would like to present everyone with one of these resolutions that was just adopted.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Then I think, do we have, I think if folks want to come and take a picture here, we can do that just shortly. Thank you. All right, congratulations, y'all. All right, thank you again.
Thank you
and
so
can we
much.
get another round of applause for Good fall.
Thank you. Sorry.
Item 3C, resolution in memory of Carolyn Singleton. I do see Joseph Singleton, her son, here, along with her brother and family, if they would come at this time. The resolution.
A resolution of Charleston County Council honoring the memory of Carolyn Singleton and her service and contributions to the citizens of Charleston County. Whereas Carolyn Singleton, daughter, sister, mother, grandmother, aunt, cousin, educator, ministry leader, and friend, entered into eternal rest on December 2nd, 2025. And whereas Carolyn Singleton was born on Edisto Island, South Carolina on September 17th, 1946, to the late Gertrude Wright. And whereas Carolyn Singleton was a proud graduate of Baptist Hill High School and Barber Scotia College, she later earned her master's degree in education from the Citadel and received additional certifications from Winthrop University and Erskine Theological Seminary. And whereas Carolyn Singleton was the mother to her beloved son, Joseph Singleton II, and also blessed with a special son, James Jimmy Washington, whom she embraced as her own. And whereas Carolyn Singleton was a lifelong member of the Calvary AME Church, devoting her life to the Christian education, ministry leadership, and the community service throughout the Edisto District and the Connectional AME Church. And whereas Carolyn Singleton was a proud educator, licensed professional counselor, founder of the Gathering of the Daughters, and beloved member of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. And whereas Carolyn Singleton's heart belonged to education, she was dedicated and highly respected, serving the students of Charleston High School and Burke High School as a devoted teacher and later on as a compassionate director of guidance. And now, therefore, be it resolved that Charleston County Council memorializes the life of Carolyn Singleton for her service to this community and recognizes her as a faithful and caring servant leader whose legacy will not soon be forgotten. Charleston County Council, Reverend Dr. Kylon Middleton, Chairman.
So, we celebrated the homegoing celebration of Mother Carolyn Singleton on Saturday. And certainly I was honored by the family to be invited. I was not her pastor, but I was asked by the family to eulogize her on Saturday because I was one of her students and she was like a mother to me. And her works still speaks. Her life and legacy continues to live on. She's a trailblazer, she's a mover and a shaker, and even now she continues to bless. And so Joey and family, we continue to pray much for all of you and ask God's blessing upon you. We're here for you, and your mother's continued influence still blesses everybody even today. And so if you would like to say a word, to this council and body. Or Terry, since he's...
Well, as far as saying a word, we certainly appreciate that from Dr. Middleton, that he gave us this opportunity and presented, she was my aunt, but she was more like a sister to me. And like I said, her legacy of faith, still lives on with all our family members. And one of her favorite saying is, him able, meaning that God is able to do all things. So that's.
We'll take a picture at this time. Let's give them another hand. The Oceanside team, have they arrived?
Not yet, they're stuck in traffic, so I guess you have to catch them at the back end of the council meeting.
All right, we'll go to, we'll suspend, no, we'll go to the next item on the agenda, which will be item 4, St. John Fire District Commission reconsideration. Now, why this is on the agenda, let me just kind of explain, because again, the vote that was taken just last week, this is a ministerial function where council then kind of passes this along to the governor. It has not yet been done, right? Unlike the library board, that was a final act because the council had voted on all of those persons. This is just kind of like a ministerial function, and we had not sent the names that they have not been, this has not been finalized yet. And so that's why we're here today for reconsideration. 4A, St. John's Fire District Commission.
Chairman, can we have a brief discussion?
Well, let us hear from Mr. Sass.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to, Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to reconsider.
Properly moved and seconded. All right, the discussion coming from Vice Chair Karowski.
This is a public meeting, like a public explanation, because anything in Robert Rules of Orders has to be read in conjunction with ordinances of the Charleston County Council. And Article 2 of our own rules says appointment, attendance, resignations, and reinstatement. 2A says terms of office. The Charleston County Public Library System is overseen by a board of trustees consisting of 11 members appointed by the Charleston County Council for staggered terms of 4 years, beginning January 1st
Mr. Chairman.
and ending December 31st.
Wait a minute.
Point of order.
Yes,
Point of
Mr.
order.
Karowski, Mr.
Point of order.
Karowski, point of order.
This is not,
My question
This
is, why is
Mr.
this different
Karowski-
than the
Mr.
other one?
Karowski, point of order. Now, what
what's on the agenda to being discussed.
what are we talking about? Are we talking about the commission?
The commission appointment, so this, he has a right to question that, but to go on to the.
Question it, and I'm asking for an explanation.
Are you questioning the commission appointment?
I'm questioning in a public meeting why this is different than the other one. I
Because
think
this is a ministerial function whereby the governor has not yet appointed this person because we haven't sent the name up to the governor yet.
And if I can briefly respond, according to our statutes, the term doesn't begin until January 1st. That's what our statute says, unless I'm reading it wrong. that the Board of Trustees and the library, their terms of office don't begin until January 1st. And last time I looked, it's December 18th. This asks for an explanation. Does our statute say that? Does their term of office begin on January 1st, or does it begin before that? And I don't think we've amended our statute to reflect that if that's the case.
So they have been duly elected, appointed, and sworn in. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Mr. Chair.
Oh, wait, wait.
Point of order again. Are we voting on St. John's?
We're voting on the
reconsideration?
motion to reconsider. That's what we're voting on right now.
Oh, the motion, okay, then I,
Reconsider.
then I'll
St.
be aye.
John Fire District Commission 4A. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Opposers, nay.
Hey, I'm gonna be a nay on this one because I want to be consistent.
All right, so opposers, nay, and the ayes have it. We will,
Now he needs to make a motion to send it
Mr.
back.
Sass,
Yes, sir, I'd like to.
thank you.
Motion to reconsider the votes.
Motion to send it back to Finance Committee?
Pardon me?
Motion to send it back to Finance Committee?
Yes, sir. Motion to send it back to the Finance Committee. Yes,
All
sir.
right, properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes, okay, 2 nays. And we're going to suspend County Council and reconvene our Finance Committee meeting.
So let's be clear, Mr. Chairman, on this. This will go to the next finance, not this one, right? Because it has to go to the next.
So it's on tonight's Finance Committee agenda.
Okay. All
Yes,
right.
sir. All right, item 3.
So where are we at now?
We're at 3. We're at item 3 on the Finance Committee meeting, unless Oceanside is here.
No.
Okay.
I'll let you, when you see Elliott Summey, you know Oceanside is here.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you so much, because
Yeah.
I didn't know we were looking for a figure.
He's the one called me and said they're on the way.
I see. Okay,
right.
thank you so much. 3A, Code Enforcement.
Hoover A and B.
All right, properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Item 4A, sale of Dorchester. Okay,
Second.
properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. Item 5A, St. John's Fire District Commission. We have 2 appointments. Mr. Boykin.
Mr. Chair, I would move for Blake and McGugan.
Second. Are we not? Okay. Move to close nomination.
Okay, properly moved and seconded. On the close of the nomination, all those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. A nay, okay.
You know what happened on the change? Yeah.
Nay or 2 nays? Yes. 2 nays, okay. And Mr. Boykin. Oh, you've already, and then you have a statement? No, you're good. Okay. We do have need for an executive session. Thank you. All right, that's why I went back to him.
Sorry, thank you, Mr. Chair. I would move that we seat Mr. McGugan and Mr. Blake.
Second.
You moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Nay.
All right, the ayes have it. We do have a need for an executive session for item 6A, the sale of 993, 995 Morrison Drive. Madam Clerk, Madam Attorney, if you wish to give us some information on this.
Yes, sir. There's a need for an executive session with regards to the sale of 993 and 995 Morrison Drive.
Question for the
Yes.
attorney. Is this going to require a vote or something? Is this why we're doing it on finance? Otherwise, I'd ask to wait till the end of council meeting because a lot of us got to leave there early. So if we don't have to take a vote on anything, can we just move this into our regular council meeting and do an executive session? Or either if it's something we can do publicly, I don't mind doing it publicly.
Right. So that would be determinative of you all if you need to vote on something. I don't anticipate such.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
It's just information. We all received the email, I would imagine.
Yes.
And so it's information. The city has sent a further email that outlined all the things, and I think that's public at this point. Some of which, yes, public at this point. And so let's just talk about it.
Yeah, that's what I would ask. Let's do it publicly because, if it's not going to require any contractual matter, I'd just rather do it publicly. If you feel
Some of it
comfortable.
is contractual, but I would like for us to look at those numbered items to see if that's something we can live with, is what I'm talking about.
So, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to recommend that we go into executive session. And if there is content that you all would like to discuss publicly after that, we can perhaps do that.
Mr. Moody?
I would be fine kicking it to the end, as Mr. Pryor recommended, so let's just move it to the end of the meeting.
All right, we'll move it to the end. Let's go back to our,
And then I'm
No.
in favor of it.
Well, it's his call.
Okay,
He's
you're
the
right.
chairman.
Okay.
and Planning and Public Works, Mr. Pryor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. All members of council, participants on this committee, I'm the chair. Approval of minutes of November 20th through 2025. Any deletions or additions? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, ayes have it. Item 2A, Point Farm Mitigation Bank release of credits to other public agencies. What is the pleasure, and then we can have discussion.
Move to approve.
Second.
Moved and seconded. Is there discussion? Mr. Moody?
I've got some real discomfort with this. I understand that these projects are going to be done in Charleston County. The real discomfort I have are two parts. Number one, the yellow sheet told us there's no more mitigation credits around here that are available. That's source number one of concern. And number two is, if this council moves forward with 2026 or 28 or whatever, the half-cent sales tax, I mean, we look at 41 took 69 credits. Maine and 17 takes 50-some-odd credits. I would hate for this county to be in a position where we need those credits 5-10 years down the road and they're not there. So I'm going to oppose this. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Werman?
I've got a question on, I mean, I guess we're not selling them because, so I don't know if we have any contract, but I've got a legal question here where my understanding was there was some litigation involved with all of this. I don't know, is there any situation where these credits are not usable? My understanding is we might be using them already. So it's not a situation where, these credits could get tied up somehow and then we'd owe some money because we took it in exchange for the credits. I mean, it seems to be solved by the fact that we're not even selling the credits under this arrangement.
So, Councilman Werman, my understanding is in our agreement with Point Farm, if something were to happen that would make the Point Farm credits unusable, Point Farm is responsible providing replacement credits for what we have purchased.
Okay. All right.
We have purchased?
Sort of.
The 440 that we have under contract, yes, sir.
Right. So we are just going to give it to these municipalities. That's what I thought, too.
No, sir, we're not giving them.
We're going to sell it.
We're selling them either at
a profit.
The market rate, or in the case of the DOT, at the purchase rate. We purchased them at $45,000. The going rate is $60,000. So the DOT, what the original intent of 270 of the credits was to be used for the Mark Clark. Since that is no longer on the table, the DOT can purchase them at the $45,000, but the market rate is for everybody else.
Well, anybody else before I chime in? Okay, Mr. Boykin and then Mr. Kowalski.
Okay. Mr. Thigpen, looking at the remaining inventory of credits, are you satisfied right now that we will have an ample supply for the foreseeable future on what projects may come?
Yes, sir. As time goes on, we anticipate more banks coming online in which municipalities could use those. The credit market kind of fluctuates. There will be more credits down the road. The preference is from the permitting agencies is to use the credits in the same to buy credits in the same watershed. Mm-hmm. However, there are other banks outside the watershed that may be available to projects moving forward.
Okay, Mr. Kowalski.
Yes, sir. It's my understanding, in layman's terms, if we vote to do this, the proceeds from the sale will go to the Transportation Sales Tax Fund. It could be used immediately to address transportation needs, which we all experienced again firsthand today. Is that correct?
That is correct, sir. It will go back into the fund balance of the transportation sales tax.
And is it approximately $19 million, or how much will go back?
If we sold them all, that would be the case. In this case, we're not selling them all. I think is just, what, about 20 credits are being sold?
16-ish.
It's $672,000 would go back from what you're
Okay, so-
approving today.
Just so we know what we're voting on, if we vote affirmatively, over 670,000 can go immediately to address our transportation needs that we wouldn't otherwise have that money to address.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you very much.
Mr. Werman, and then Ms. Hanika, you got anything? And then we're gonna, Chairman, you got anything? And then I'm gonna close it out, Mr. Werman.
Yeah, I mean, I think this sort of follows off of Mr. Boykin's point. I mean, what would the municipalities do if we didn't do this? I mean, would they just be tied up until new stuff came online, or?
I am not quite sure what their alternative would be if we didn't agree to sell these.
Okay.
Mr. Sass.
Thank you, Mr. Pryor. One of the things, as Mr. Thigpen said, they like the credits to be used in the same watershed where they were developed, where they came from, and of course these credits are going to be used in Charleston County, which benefits all Charleston County citizens, and I'm for it. I'm for it. Thank you.
I'm going to be voting in the negative, but just like Mr. Moody, because the old saying says it's better to have it and don't need it than to need it and don't have it. So I'm going to stick to my intuition and vote no on this. So the motion has been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Nay. You put your hands up if you're nay.
Roll call vote or?
Well, you put your hand up, you can tell.
Oh, no.
Pryor,
So if you're nay,
Moody, and
Moody, Pryor,
Darby.
Darby,
Middleton.
and the chairman.
Okay.
Motion passes 5-4. Okay? All right. Item number 3, we're 3A, zoning, Bees Ferry Road rezoning. What is the pleasure? Request.
Second.
Moving second. Any discussion? All right, Mr. Kabrowski and then Mr. Moody.
All of us experienced today the incredible gridlock and overdevelopment. I think that if anybody's been on Beef Ferry Road, the traffic there is a nightmare already, and I could in good conscience vote for something that would add to that. Every day, I think that we saw the poll of Governor McMaster put out, and it said that the most 81% of the people feel that we're overdeveloping too fast. And I just, we're on a course to fill in every square inch. If this because somebody is well-known or is a good person who wants to do it or well-connected, I don't see, we're on a course to fill in every square inch that we have available left to us, and we're already overburdened. We're about to request a transportation sales tax referendum of several $1 billion, yet we're creating conditions for people who live there to make things infinitely worse. The argument that I've heard is it's bad already. Well, we can always make things worse, and that's why I'm a firm no on this.
Mr. Moody.
I'll be quick. This is not a terrible project. I have been consistent in my desire to not see any more development on Bees Ferry Road, given that Long Savannah is coming, so I'm going to stay consistent with that. But what I have explained to some of the residents out there is that this project, if that applicant were to annex into the city of Charleston, and with their bonus densities and things like that, they might wish they got 100 units. So I'm going to say no to stay consistent. However, this is not an irresponsible project, I don't think.
Okay. Anybody else? Dr. Bellikin?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is one of those ones where, kind of like Mr. Moody, we see the development down on Bees Ferry Road. I don't think it's a bad project either. I'm not against it per se. My views are a little bit different. We have about stacked as much residential housing in that corridor, and then, like as you said, Long Savannah's coming next. What I see as a resident down in that area is not enough retail and commercial space to support all the residential units in there, whether it be restaurants, grocery stores, and other things to support them. I would be more inclined to support some type of commercial or retail development there in lieu of the residential units, because I think that area needs more commercial and more retail.
Anybody else before we move forward? Okay, we got a roll call vote on this one, Ms. Worsley.
Okay, so the motion is to approve. Mr. Boykin?
Nay.
Mr. Darby?
Nay.
Mrs. Honeycutt?
Aye.
Mr. Kabrowski?
Nay.
Mr. Moody?
Nay.
Mr. Pryor?
Aye.
Mr. Sass?
Aye.
Mr. Werman?
Aye.
Mr. Middleton?
Aye.
The motion passes with 5 ayes and 4 nays.
Okay, we move to 3B, amendments to Charleston County zoning and land development regulations, ordinance the LDR. What's the pleasure?
For staff recommendation.
Is there a second? Seconded by Mr. Boykin. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Your ayes have it unanimously. Okay, that concludes our planning and public works agenda, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Summy is late as always. He's here now with the Oceanside. I've been dealing with him for a lifetime, and he's always late.
We're going to go directly to Oceanside 2A on our county council agenda. It would be
And one more thing before we move on to, Mr. Chairman. Yes. I would like to acknowledge Ms. Virginia Jamison, the former city council member of North Charleston, who we worked with so diligently doing the I-26 corridor with the noise wall, and she's still working, even though she's not there. So I just wanted to acknowledge her and say hello. Hadn't seen you in a while. Wish you the best.
so much. Good evening, Ms. Jamison. Item 3A, Oceanside Football Team Championship. Mr. Sass will make that presentation. Former Chair Summy will come, and we will hear at this time the resolution.
A resolution of Charleston County Council honoring the accomplishments of the Oceanside Collegiate and Academy football team. Yeah. Whereas from time to time, Charleston County Council has the privilege of recognizing individuals in this community who exemplify commitment, determination, dedication, and excellence. And whereas the 2025-2026 Oceanside Collegiate Academy football team has exhibited all these characteristics in an exceptional football season, winning the South Carolina High School League Division III championship held at South Carolina State University, earning their third consecutive state championship. And whereas the team of champions is comprised of Sawyer Arnold, Michael Strickler, Anthony Williams, Ethan Renew, Tyler Gardner, Vincent Wright, Cooper Webb, Jackson Summy, Cole Gasper, Rise Meredith, Aiden Manavan, Joey Harriet, Titus Gulliam, Hudson Hill, Silas Gulliam, Zaki Mincy, Lawton Nelson, Clayton Baugh, Tyler Stafford, Jake Finzig, Kamari Coaxum, Dan Ryla, Miller Hutzler, Roman Parson, Keith Glazer, Blanton Kissinger, Noah Thrift, Kellen Schaefer, Logan Salvati, DeMonte Green, Isaac Hernandez, Jaden Gates, Julian Bonneau, Keadon Sanders, Elijah Bogstead, James O'Connor, William Zorn, Jackson Bean, Grant Costello, J.B. Grady, Parker Lee, William Hunt, Grayson Stuntsman, Wes Knight, Michael Jones, Luke Crady, Lamarian Thompson, Terrence Johnson Jr., Zayden Wilson Simmons, and whereas the stellar team's coaching staff are head coach Brent LaPrade, assistant coaches Sims Bennett, Brian Coleman, John Drummond, Mark Hartman, Nate Joyner, John Patterson, James Pryor, Joe Sabatini, Rashad Smith, Stephen Johnson, athletic trainers Cameron Finch, Savannah Metz, and alongside the dedicated support of athletic director Mark Meyer. And now, therefore, be it resolved that Charleston County Council, in meeting of duly assembled, is proud to congratulate the football team of Oceanside Collegiate Academy for their spectacular season and for bringing the honor of the Division III state championship to Charleston County. Charleston County Council, Reverend Dr. Kylon Jerome Middleton, Chairman.
I'd like to say this is a three-peat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's pretty tough to do. Three-peat is pretty tough to do. Coach, I've got these for you, for everybody on your team. I'm going to let you hand them out. Yes, sir. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
We'd just like to thank everybody for all the support, thank everybody in Charleston County and the whole low country. It's not possible. There's a lot that goes into having a successful season. It's not just what you see on the field Friday night. It's a lot of people that support us in the background, and we just want to thank everybody for just giving us the opportunity to let these kids shine, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you all. All right, guys, come on.
All right. Yeah, good to see you.
How you doing? You're doing good. You know who I am? Hi.
Chair,
Yes, sir.
if I may say, Mr. Coach LaPrade, his father and I worked together for a number of years at Fort Dorchester, and your father has 4 in the NFL. Perhaps one day we will see 4 of yours in the NFL as well. Give your dad my regards, and also to my former student, Mr. Summy here. He was always of the intellectual order. Morningside Middle School, you've done well in life. I know Mom and Dad are very proud of you. Thank you all so very much, sir. All right. Congratulations to you.
At this time, we will have public comments.
All right. The first person we have is Melanie Collins, followed by LaDawn Page and Diane Mulligan.
Good evening. Members of the County Council and community, I stand before you deeply concerned about the direction the appointment debate took. Let me be clear. Actions that marginalize voices or exclude representation are not only impetuous, they are catamount to racism. Our library board must reflect the diversity and values of the community it serves, not narrow the lens of any ideology. If the ideology driving these decisions is to strip books from our shelves, then it is fundamentally misaligned with the very purpose of a library. Libraries exist to expand minds, foster dialogue, and provide access to knowledge, not to censor it. When politics infiltrate this space, we erode trust and compromise the integrity of an institution meant to unite and not divide. This is not about partisan agendas. It is about principle. Keep politics out of the library. Let us ensure that every appointment upholds the mission and inclusivity, intellectual freedom, and service to all members of our community. Anything less is a disservice to the people you represent.
LaDawn Page, Diane Milligan, Joseph Tecklenburg.
Hello, it's LaDawn Page. I live in Hunt Club. Can you hear me? I appreciate your conversation earlier about Storybrooke. I'm just going to read some thoughts for you. I do respectfully ask that you deny the Storybrooke Farms rezone request. The Planning Commission did twice recommend disapproval because it fails to meet the approval criteria. R4 zoning is appropriate for this location within the urban growth boundary and does not create a hardship for the owner. A thoughtful developer could work with the zoning that's current and create a space that benefits the residents and complements the existing area. We are strained by lack of infrastructure to support the current density, and we'll have over 4,500 homes from Long Savannah. There are 700 or over 700 units along Bees Ferry, Sanders Road, and Glen McConnell that are currently under construction, and many others are still vacant. I invite any member of council who does not live on this side of town to observe the traffic at this Bees Ferry intersection between peak travel times. It's become an industrial thoroughfare for semi-trucks and dump trucks rather than a means for residents to go from points A to B, and is heavily congested at most times of the day. Over 600 residents have expressed concerns and opposition. Please listen to us and take the time to read the comments submitted through the portal. This is simply not the location to add 100 more units. These micro townhomes crammed into a small parcel will only profit the developer, realtors, and landowner. At 3 stories and 1,100 to 1,200 square feet, they are not designed for residents who wish to age in place, elderly residents, or families, and there is certainly no place for children to play. Similar and affordable units already exist all along Bees Ferry Road. I do appreciate your time and your service to Charleston County. Thank you for listening to me.
Diane Milligan, Joseph Tecklenburg, Tony Berry.
Diane Milligan, 1134 Idbury Lane, Charleston, Hunt Club subdivision. I disagree with the upzoning request. It would be adversely impacting an intolerable traffic situation about to worsen with the connection to the massive Long Savannah community development in progress. I live in Hunt Club subdivision. Traffic on Bees Ferry Road is often completely stopped and backed up from Savannah Highway to past Sanders Road near the West Ashley Walmart. It's been argued that backup on Bear Swamp Road can be fixed by adding a stoplight. When traffic is not moving, How does that help? There's a stoplight at Hunt Club Run and Main Road, and it does not fix the bottleneck. The development expansion for anticipated growth of the edge of Charleston County at West Ashley was planned by the city and county administrations decades ago. It's time to reassess those decisions and to look at what can be done for the livability for those who currently reside here. From the Engage website, County Council staff, they have pointed out to the Planning Commission the zoning was incompatible, stating the zoning would not benefit the public good and appears primarily to benefit the developers and property owners' financial interests well beyond reasonable gains that could still be offered within the current zoning parameters. The Planning Commission voted twice to disapprove the request for rezoning. The future land use proposal shows some of the properties adjacent to the horse farm. The current zoning for detached single home per acre fits the best with the surrounding neighborhoods of homes built off Bear Swamp Road, part of the historically black and generational Red Top community. In addition, 2 Hunt Club community streets with detached single homes, Gator Track and Quick Rabbit Loop abut the horse farm. Next to the horse farm property are 2 vibrant black community churches.
Joseph Tecklenburg, Tony Berry, Dominic Jones.
Good evening. Joseph Tecklenburg, 1607 Carteret Avenue, Charleston, 29407. I'm here. I work at CC&T Real Estate. I'm the representative for the owner, the Story family. Bob is with us here this evening. We just want to thank you for your consideration and thank the county's legal department, who we've been working with over the last few weeks to put in some preemptive covenants and restrictions. So again, thank the council for their consideration in bringing attainable housing to West Ashley. Thank you.
Tony Berry, Dominic Jones, Paul Bowers.
Tony Berry, Prosperity Builders, 272 West Coleman Boulevard. Again, thank you for your time and consideration, and we're here to answer any questions council may have. Thank you.
Dominic Jones, Paul Bowers, John Tecklenburg.
Good evening. Dominic Jones, 682 Johnny Dawes Boulevard. Just want to kind of go over some of the stormwater requirements that this project will be meeting. We'll meet the Charleston County Stormwater Ordinance as well as the Special Protection Area. And our project, the plans and the pond sizes have been designed to meet those requirements. We're also coordinating at this time with HLA regarding the drainage issues on Bear Swamp Road to clean out some of the culvert crossing pipes under Bear Swamp Road to help alleviate some of those flooding concerns in that area. As far as traffic, we've got direct access via 2 access curb cuts, existing curb cuts on Bear Swamp Road or Beast Ferry Road, excuse me. The primary entrance is the existing median break along the 4-lane divided highway with a secondary right in, right out. The previous traffic impact study studied 184 multifamily units and found no level of service, no adverse impacts. We're requesting 100 units at this time. And just here to answer any questions if need be. Thank you.
Paul Bowers, John Tecklenburg, Melody Dover.
Hello, my name is Paul Bowers. I am a Charleston County Public Library patron. I can't tell you how many ways the library has enriched my life and the lives of my children. We love our libraries and we love our librarians. I am also the communications director for the American Civil Liberties Union of South Carolina. I speak to you today in both capacities. I want to thank you first for rejecting an effort to politicize our library system and recall library board members for insufficient loyalty to a political ideology. I sincerely thank you. Not every elected body in this state has shown such courage. Thank you for adhering to your principles and your rules. I also want to warn you that they will try again. These people are not often deterred after a first try, and what they lack in understanding of the Constitution and of Robert's Rules of Order, they certainly make up for in an abundance of free time. They will be back, and when they do, they will bring chaos as they have across the state. We have seen the same playbook in county after county. politically mandated book bans in Pickens County, discriminatory collection policies in Greenville and York counties, harassment and intimidation led by Moms for Liberty and the State Freedom Caucus Network. They will be back. And when they try this again, we, the patrons, we, the friends of the Freedom to Read, will be here to support you in telling them no. The ideological and political diversity that they claim to seek already exists in the public library system. Libraries are for everyone. Please continue to resist those who would reshape the library in their own narrow vision. Thank you.
John Tecklenburg, Melody Dover.
Good evening, John Tecklenburg, 9 Fenwick Drive. Happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas, and thank you for your service. We all know that housing affordability, attainability, the need is great. I got to tell you from my direct experience, government can't do this alone. Government cannot do this alone. We need the private sector involved to create attainable housing in our community. So thank you, Charleston County, for your Housing Our Future manual and policy, where you set out 5 strategic goals. All of those 5 goals are met with this development on Bees Ferry Road. Strategic goal number 1, expand capacity. We need to create more attainable housing. And even though there are hundreds of units being built out there, there are very few dedicated per HUD standards of attainable housing in outer West Ashley. Goal number 2, reduce barriers. County Council's own policy is to refine zoning to maximize attainable housing development opportunities. Goal 3, invest in creation of attainable housing. In this case, we're not even asking you to put your own county money in on the development, which we would do often at the city, and I know y'all have done it at the county. The developer is doing it on his own. Goal 4, support housing stability. The developer has his own network of lenders to provide stability and for equitable access to home ownership, which is your goal number 5. So I just want to let y'all know that by approving this rezoning, you're fulfilling your own Housing Our Future goals and objectives. Thank you so much.
Melody Dover. That's it.
Good evening. I'm Melody Dover. My address is 645 Hughes Road. Attainable housing. At whose expense? It's the Red Top Improvement area expense. We already have about 2,000 homes coming in with the Long Savannah project. We have another 23 homes coming in, and then another 11 or so homes also coming in, all within 1 mile radius. And I hear you talk about no flooding, no traffic. We've looked at this. We've looked at the other thing. I'm telling you, you come live in Red Top for 1 week, and you will see for yourself that those rules and regulations and all the studies that y'all have done is bogus. You're doing attainable homes at the Red Top expense. This has been denied twice. Now it's being approved because of who somebody is. Well, I want you all to know we're somebody too. And this is where we live. And we have to put up with all of this because you look at us as, what, mediocre? We have to survive. Consider that. My councilman, please. That all we're asking you for is what each of you want. And that's peace in your community and happiness where you live. And I am so sorry, Mr. Tecklenburg, but your project just add and take away from that. Thank you.
All right, Vice Chair Kabrowski, at this time, if you would lead us in your Hanukkah commemoration.
This is the fifth night of Hanukkah, and this is the menorah from my great-grandparents that they brought over from Lithuania, and give thanks to them and also to America that gave them life and freedom and made us the most exceptional country that ever existed in the history of the world. So this, and I say these are the Lions of Judah, not the West Bank, but the Lions of Judah, and this is commemorating a holiday of over 2,000 years ago, and we still face, as Jews, as we've seen recently, those who would deny our existence and act like we're not here and wish to get rid of us. But we were here 2,000 years ago, and we're here now, and I'm honored to light these candles tonight. In Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher b'tzivanu hadlik ner shel Hanukkah.
Thank you so much for that very centering moment, and we certainly stand in solidarity. And those lights are universal, and they transcend faith traditions. We are back on our County Council agenda. Item 5, third reading of ordinances.
4A.
Minutes.
We've done all of those before when we suspended the meeting. And so let's go to item 4. Thank you so much, Mr. Boykin.
We already did.
Move for committee
We
recommendation.
already did.
We did 4.
So,
We have to vote on it in full council. though.
yeah, so item 4.
It's number 9. It's number 9.
Right.
Number 9 is the actual appointment.
Okay. That's what I...
Did I?
Let us follow me, all right? Until there's another chair, let's just follow the one chair, because I have all these things noted right here, all right? Item 5, third readings, 5A, repeal and replace business license ordinance.
An ordinance amending number 2185, the business license ordinance of the County of Charleston adopted December 7th, 2021, to update the class schedule as required by the South Carolina Business License Tax Standardization Act. Mr. Boykin?
Aye.
Mr. Darby?
Aye.
Mrs. Honeycutt?
Aye.
Mr. Kabrowski?
Aye.
Mr. Moody?
Aye.
Mr. Pryor?
Aye.
Mr. Sass?
Aye.
Mr. Werman?
Aye.
Mr. Middleton?
Aye.
The ordinance passes with 9 ayes.
Item 5B, ZREZ 0925000167, 4550 River Road, St. John Fire District.
An ordinance rezoning the real property located at 4550 River Road, parcel identification number 213-0000019, from the agricultural residential AGR zoning district to the rural agricultural AG8 zoning district. Mr. Boykin?
Aye.
Mr. Darby? Mrs. Honeycutt? Mr. Kabrowski?
Aye.
Mr. Moody?
Aye.
Mr. Pryor?
Aye.
Mr. Sass?
Aye.
Mr. Werman?
Aye.
Mr. Middleton?
Aye.
The ordinance passes with 9 ayes.
All right, committee recommendations with first reading, 6A, ZREZ 0925000168 and ZREZ 0925000170, Beast Ferry Road rezoning.
Move to approve.
Move to approve
Committee recommendation.
committee recommendation for
Item A.
item A. Probably moved.
Discuss again, or?
Probably moved. Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Mr. Kurowski, discussion.
We've heard the public speakers, and I'd like to say Ms. Dover was very impressive, and I stand with her in this. And I ask us all to consider how we would feel if we lived there. And anybody who's driven on Beast Ferry Road or visited friends, it would make life, I mean, the life in traffic is unbearable now, and it can always be made worse. And the people that spoke are who we should be representing and listening to, and I stand with her. Thank you.
Joseph Tecklenburg, if you would come and provide us with some information relative to...
Mr. Chairman, what information? He had his chance. I think we need to just move on.
Ms. Honeycutt is asking...
It is a part of this discussion. They're here because they have made certain commitments to file certain documents that would deed restrict it.
Yes.
And I just want him to be able to explain what he did with the attorney
Okay,
specifically.
and
for the
it
record.
should be in the minutes, right? It should be, we should have a copy of that already?
I think it'd be worth.
To explain
I think it'd be
it
worth,
for the public.
And I'd like for him to give a copy to the attorney before he leaves.
She helped
Work
me
together
craft
on
it.
that. Yes, sir. Mr. Tecklenburg, let us hear him at this time.
Yes, sir. So the last few weeks, the seller's attorney, Lydia Brooks, has been working with the county legal staff, and we have a fully signed and notarized declaration of restrictive covenants that restricts the property to 100 units, not the 16 per acre that the zoning calls for. And so that is fully back to us today, and the plan is to get it recorded tomorrow, and then we will have a fully recorded, stamped covenants document that we can then share with you guys after we file that tomorrow.
And Mr. Tecklenburg, your client understands that if that document is not recorded tomorrow, that we will make a motion to reconsider this. Understood?
Full understanding, and that'll be our first thing to do at 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. All in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Opposers, nay.
Nay.
All right, so let's take that nay. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, ayes. Okay, 5 ayes on this side. Thank you so much. Item
I need
6B.
to do the ordinance reading.
Oh, please read the
An
ordinance.
ordinance rezoning the real properties located at 1136 and 1154 Bees Ferry Road, parcel identification numbers 286-00000023 and 286-00000037, from the low-density residential R4 zoning districts to the urban residential UR zoning district.
Thank you so much. 6B, amendments.
Committee recommendations, both items B and C.
All right.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. Let's hear the ordinances.
An ordinance amending the Charleston County Zoning and Land Development Regulations, ordinance number 1202, is amended at the following document location, chapters 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, and 12. An ordinance authorizing the conveyance of real property totaling approximately 0.9 acres located at 3565 Dorchester Road, North Charleston, South Carolina, 29403, parcel ID number 46905002352 to Integrity Concrete of Charleston.
Item 7, consent agenda. 7A, code enforcement officers.
A through B, move for approval.
All right, A through B, properly moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. Item 8, committee recommendations. 8A, the Point Farm Mitigation Bank release of credits to other public entities.
Move for committee recommendation.
Properly moved for committee recommendation and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by
Is this just A or A and B?
A.
A.
Thank you very much.
All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed,
No.
nay.
Pryor, Moody,
Nay.
and Middleton.
There is nothing
This is
for
8A, the point.
8B.
No. I mean,
Number
yes.
9, 9A, St. John's Fire District Commission, Johns Island seat.
The gun, Mr. Chair.
That's all right.
Move for committee recommendation.
Second.
Probably moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposers, nay.
Nay.
The ayes have it. At this time, we are going to go into executive session. We punted the executive session until the end. Ms. Honeycutt.
Will we be able to come back to item 8B in the event that there is action that is needed?
So, Mr. Chairman, I'm going to suggest that you suspend council and go back to the Finance Committee and enter into executive session.
Pursuant the direction that our attorney just made, we're going to suspend council, and we're going to go back to our Finance Committee meeting where we moved our executive session to the end of our
Executive
finance
session is described by the attorney in the Finance Committee.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor, let it be known by saying aye. Opposers, nay. The ayes have it. We are in executive session.
If somebody needs to stay out here, just in case, or should I stay? I can't.
Five, we do have five.
Well, what I would like to do, I would like to direct the attorney, if possible, to, or Mr. Sass, would you like to make this directive? I would like to direct the attorney to inquire of the city or meet with the mayor and his staff to clarify for us the zoning issues that we currently are in relative to our PUD, the Tech Overlay District, as it relates to this new contemplated housing district that they're trying to create. So we would like clarity on our current zoning before we can make any additional decisions. All right.
Might I just add to that a little bit, that we know there's a process I think the city has to go through, that we've talked about taking it to the levels we need to take it to, I think is what was heard last few minutes. Thank you for that clarification, Mr. Chairman.
I guess this isn't a vote, but I would just say I don't think we need to fire off any guns that can't be unfired on this. I do think that this process, there's a lot more than just the tech overlay. So I would be opposed to that, but if this is a directive, then I just want to put that on the record.
Certainly. We're just getting information so that we can make a decision. All right. Mr. Moody.
Comments?
Yes.
I got a couple. If people need to leave.
Let me say before, because I don't want to be rude, and Lord knows I want to hear everybody's comments. I do have a 6 o'clock meeting that I'm taking virtually, so I'm going to tip out. And Mr. Vice Chair, I'm going to turn this over to you to preside over these comments.
I was going to suggest if Mr. Pryor, whoever needs to leave, let them go first and say.
When I'm ready, I just leave.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Pryor next. It has been my pleasure working and serving all year long.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. A couple things. Number one, Mr. Smalls, I wanted to see if I could ask you, with council's blessing, maybe to work with your staff to look at some of our short-term rental regulations. In my district, there's been some concern about license renewals and the public not being able to be notified about license renewals. Andrea and I have been working on that, so if you could speak with her, she knows my concerns. A couple other things, just kind of random. The Storybook. As I mentioned, I didn't think it was a bad project, but I was concerned. I think several of us have heard some stories about some demands for payment and things like that have been made of these developers. I mean, I don't know if that's criminal. It's certainly in bad taste, but I can't imagine that goes around. I'd love to speak with you, Ms. Ham, about this, but I don't think anything was done like this on our applicants took part in anything, but some of the demands that get made from neighbors around these projects like this is really troubling. Shakedown Central, and that's I don't say that lightly. Mr. Tootin, I wanted to congratulate you and your finance staff, especially on our Department of Revenue audit that was done on the transportation sales tax. We've was it $615 out of $787 million?
767.
I'm sorry, 767.
What's a few things?
And we have a AAA credit rating. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that talk about transparency of this council, and a lot of media organizations and other groups say this group isn't this county is not transparent. They're not trustworthy. I mean, I don't know what else this county can do. I really don't. And a lot of those groups that say all that stuff are now turning around and saying, well, maybe you can support them. And not one of them has congratulated or acknowledged this report. If you're getting your news from people like this that profess to save this or nix that or whatever, you're probably getting your information from a bunch of dullards. So, this is fact. Third-party audit. This is incredible. My calculator doesn't go out that far, Mr. Tootin. And I'm a banker. That's wonderful news. So thank you all for that. And this library thing, there's no...
Before you get into the library, sir, anybody want to talk about GFOA too, since we're singing staff's praises in the Triple Crown? Come on.
We press for time.
So we did just hear again that we did get the Triple Crown Award again this year for 2024 just came in. So we got that again this year, and I I wish I had the numbers, but it's 30-odd years for budget and finance, and we've done our PAFR for the last 9, and we've got it every year.
And there's only 3 counties in the state of South Carolina can say that.
Yep.
50 counties across the country that have a AAA credit rating. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Kudos to you guys. But I did want to speak to this library thing. I mean, there's no conspiracy going on here. I was not able to be here last week. I had a trip planned with my wife, and at 30th anniversary, planned it for 9 months. I'm not going to, I'm going to cancel my vacation to be here for that. I wish the vote would have been pushed. I would have liked to have voted on that. If we had been able to recall it, I would have loved that. I would have supported that and voted for the candidates I wanted to. But there's no conspiracy. There's no, I don't listen to groups on either side. I wanted to make a vote. I wasn't able to. It was ruled out of order, and that's the end of it. And I'm sorry, but 30 years of my wife, I'm not canceling that. Too bad. I mean, that's crazy. But anyway, all that aside, Mr. Kowalski, thank you for celebrating the Hanukkah. Appreciate you lighting those candles up. I have a large Jewish contingent in my district, so happy Hanukkah to those families, and certainly a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you, sir.
I'll be brief. I just want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy Holidays, and wish everybody a bountiful and safe New Year.
Rob, let's go.
I'll echo Mr. Boykin's comments. I'd wish everyone Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, and Happy New Year. See you all then.
Teddy?
Telling staff and everybody else, thank you for the wonderful job y'all have done down throughout
Absolutely.
the years, especially this year with tight times. Mr. Tootin, to you and your staff and your workers, we just appreciate you. A lot of times people say they appreciate you, but I always tell folks, you can tell your spouse you love them, but if you don't take something home and show love, they're going to start doubting you pretty soon. And so that's why I was so pleased and so proud to give that $2,000 bonus to all of our employees who deserve it. If I could do more, I would have done more. But these folks are in the trenches. They make us look good, or they can make us look bad. They choose to make us look good. And so I'm glad they got rewarded for doing that. And I want to wish everybody happy Kwanzaa, happy Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, all the holidays, Happy New Year. But if the Lord delay his coming, I hope to see each of you next year. And spend time with your family. Family is important. That's all you got. Forget about this politics for a couple of weeks and spend time with your family. I got to get out of here, so thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Teddy.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir. I'd like to echo thanks to staff and everybody for all they do. We appreciate it. Y'all get a lot of stuff thrown at you, and really appreciate working with you. Appreciate working with council members, and y'all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Happy anniversary to Mr. Moody.
Thank you, sir.
And Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah to all the staff. And with regard to the staff, the Triple Crown and the 3A credit rating is, unbelievable, and they deserve all the praise in the world. And in terms of transparency, I don't think anybody ever, what transparency I was bringing up wasn't transparency from the staff. I feel they do a great job, an incredible job. I was talking about when we make votes, it's not the staff I was referring to. They do beyond it. Again, the AAA credit and spending money, they've done a job that nowhere else can be equal. It was about when we do votes in public, trying to get the public to understand the issues we're voting on. That's the transparency I was talking about. So I'll make it clear. It wasn't attacking anybody on staff. It was us. I'm trying to say when we make votes to try to make it in terms that people can understand. So I hope I made that clear. It's like trying to make clear so that people that aren't here, that who we represent, can understand what we're doing. And I just, in terms of the library, I heard the people, some people I've known for a while. Mr. Bowers was a friend of long standing, but I think the words they were saying I agree with, but I think when it comes to sometimes people project rage and seek to intimidate anyone who they wish to silence or not hear from. And what I was talking about with the library board and trying to do is somebody to pretend that it's not politicized now. When you have a library board, it should reflect who lives here. And of course, it's just like our college campuses. If there's a ideological hegemony. Everybody believes the same thing. They see when people who think differently than them are trying to get on board, so you have different viewpoints, and to hear it, that they react like they did tonight. And I would question to try to have a library board that's reflective of the community is a good thing. I don't think that we have that now. When you have a 9-2 imbalance like that, it should be reflective of everybody that lives here. And we do have, it's not that the Republicans or Democrats, it's what they bring to the table. We look at things like some people that sexualizing children, what's introduced at that. There's many of us who feel one way differently than is presently on the board. And I feel that it's not wrong to reflect that on the board. So, and in terms of the vote tonight, doing the one for St. John differently than the library board, I never got the chance to have the question answered, where our own ordinance says that the terms don't start until January 1st. So I don't know how anybody can be seated when the term doesn't start for another 2 weeks. And that was my point, and I thought it was a valid one. I thought it was wrong to redo one and not the other. In our vote tonight on Beast Ferry Road, again, just as I asked the Miss Dover, that's who we should listen to people like that. That's their homes, and we should represent and acknowledge the people that live here who have seen their life change in ways that they don't want. And it's not just the powerful and connected that count. And I feel we're going to make lives much more difficult, and just repeat the fact that I hear that, the traffic is bad already, and it can always be made worse, and that's what I feel we've done. Not that there aren't good people working on it. He may be the best contractor in the world, but, anybody that's driven there will know what that's like, and driving here today and all the traffic nightmares, and we're going to have a transportation sales tax, so we should be cognizant how it affects lives. Thank you. That's all. Bill, you want to say anything?
Happy Hanukkah, Happy Christmas, Happy New Year. Thank you all. Can I do it?
Yep, go ahead. All right.